excited. I don't know what Chi does. Chi, or Earth, marks the second mudra that you have learned. With this, you are ready to begin the next phase of your training. It is through the combination of mudra that you will find new techniques. The first technique I would import on you is Raiton, lightning release. When heaven joins with earth, lightning will flash and the thunder will roll. In other words, form the mudra 10 followed by Chi. Channel the energy forward and bolts of lightning will surge from your hands and strike your foe. As this is more formidable technique than a Fuma Shuriken you have wielded thus far, I've taken the care to reinforce the Mokujin outside the storehouse. Strike it with Raiton, I shall observe. Hawkeye. What happens if I do it backwards? I'll do it the front way first. Alright. Did I do good? Very well. Now recall what I said during our first lesson. The techniques at your disposal are created not merely by which mudra you form, but also the order in which you combine them. When earth joins the heaven, the skies will rain fire and ash. In other words, form the mudra Chi followed by 10 to channel those energies forward, and searing hellfire will engulf your foes. But be forewarned, these techniques require considerable exertion of your spirit. After performing one, you will observe that some time is required before your mind settles and you are able to wield another. Now, demonstrate Katan for me on the Mokujin over there. Chi-Ten? Did I do it? Splendid! Your grasp on the fundamental mudra combinations is firm, but knowing the how of the technique is only the beginning. You must understand when to employ it. Chunin is our word for a shinobi who has attained full mastery of 2 mudra techniques. In our tradition, when a student is deemed by his master to show such potential, he is led to a waterfall outside the village to conduct an intense training. I cannot take you to Doma, of course, but my map tells me of a place in the upper Ladnoska which should suffice. Cool Falls. Name is less than auspicious, but it'll have to do. Meet me there and we shall proceed. Alright. Ride. Hi, Chonky. Whew. How's everyone doing today? I'm a little curious how a stream I announced without warning in the middle of the afternoon would go. I don't think it's going too well, but like my viewer numbers tend to lie to me. According to this, I have 1. That might be me. Can't say whether that's true or not, but the number I see, you postmaster. Just having a little fun with it. Can I go through here? Oh. I mean, there's like a waterfall like 5 feet away from Wineport, I'm pretty sure. Where we did our warrior training. Did we have to go all the way out here? I wonder. They have this waterfall in advance? Or did they have to make it just for the ninja quests? Till today, I knew this place only as letters on a map. Gazing upon it with my own eyes, it is even more beautiful and powerful than I could have imagined. This will serve us well. My people do not worship your deities 12. Our gods are all around us, in the trees, in the soil, in the crashing waters before you. Close your eyes and open your heart to the sound of the rushing falls, that you might purge your mind of all worldly thoughts and distractions. Techniques you've learned will serve you well in battle, but confuse the order of a mudra, you can easily turn victory into defeat. It is imperative that you keep a single focus of mind. So it is that masters have brought their students to falls like this one for training since my ancestors' time. Who is more foolish, the fool of Fool Falls, or the fool who comes here without realizing he's being followed? Arasu. Or is it Karasu? Now here's a curious scene. The dim one is accompanied today not by his swallow, but by a chirping horse bird chick who fancies himself a shinobi. The dim one is displeased. This, after our hero postponed 2 assassinations to make this little journey. Could his friends not greet him with a smile and some crumpets, or whatever it is the Eorzeans take with their tea? The dim one ponders, how did our hero know to find him here? Yet the answer is plain as day. The dim one is a creature of habit and tradition. Where else would he bring his prized new pupil? Tradition. Our hero spits on tired tradition. Now, for he is a shinobi of a different feather. Ever-changing, never predictable. But always, always in style. Those who cling too closely to tradition are bound to suffer the fate of their forebears. Or are the lessons of the past so soon forgotten? Ready yourself, old. It appears that your training today will be of more practical sort. But of course, all you had to do was ask nicely. It would be my pleasure to be your teacher for the day. The first lesson, little chick. Raiton's lightning will strike a single foe, while Kaiton's flames will raise many. Wield them wisely, or don't. It's only your life at stake. Oh, how generous is our hero, putting aside his killings and spyings to play mother hen to the horsebird chick. You will try to keep me entertained, won't you? I'm gonna mug him. Get mugged. Oop. I mugued. And I meant to write on. You have this jumping attack. I need your Rhytons. Or your, I forgot the fire one's name. strong. Keep your focus. Your Raiton shall strike him down. Will it? How about him with little knives from over here? Ninja on controller seems so hard. It is not as easy as the other classes, that's for sure. I don't know. I feel like controllers are better, or could be, for MMOs, just because, like, I don't know, it's easier to, like, remember, like, the general collection of buttons. I don't know. There's no other MMO I play with controller other than this, but the controller is actually pretty decent. I'm not sure how I feel about the ninja setup. It feels weird compared to like other DPS I've played. You fought well, old. I, however, should have known to expect the traitor's attack. I was careless. Put you in danger. Will not happen again. It appears that Karasu has taken an interest in you. I fear this complicates matters some. Let's return to the docks. There's much I would tell you. I don't know, with as much as like Final Fantasy XIV does like the area of effect attacks and, you know, the don't stand in the yuck, like the controller feels natural. Or at least a little more natural to me. Played keyboard for years. You tried playing on controller for a week. It did not go well. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, you have to kind of like start from scratch playing the controller. Like, if you take like a year or two off playing Final Fantasy XIV and then go controller, it'll go so much smoother. But like, yeah, it'll feel so slow and bad at first otherwise. But yeah, ninja in particular is very confusing. Because like, I've got my normal attacks over here. Like spinning edge, guts, slap, ash, armor crush. I don't even know if I'm going to learn that before I switch to the next job for the next expansion. So maybe I should move the one on the left here. Eloian Edge to that side. I don't know. For me, I try not to think too much about it, and I take some expert advice on like a controller mapping. So I look up a guide, and I use the same person for each controller layout guide. Problem is, like, I found that person way back in a couple expansions ago, and some of the moves have changed. And so, like, I don't even know if some of these moves still do the same things. You love the jutsu system? It is pretty cool. I like it too. I also like the rabbit medium. Little Mugu Mugu guy from, want to say Final Fantasy VI? Good reference. I gotta say, like, first impressions of Ninja, it might not be my favorite DPS. I think it'll fit the story well. But, like, I think I'd rather be a Dragoon or a Monk or a Dancer. Dancer's probably my favorite DPS. I don't think my old man would look good in a skimpy outfit. I would tell you a story of our past, a story of the traitor, why he must die at our hands. Growing up in the same village, I've known Karasu since we were both children. When we came of age, we began our training together under Master Gekkai. From a young age, it was clear that Karasu possessed an innate talent for our art and that few could rival. I spared no effort in my training, yet struggled to grasp techniques that he would master effortlessly. In his own way, he possesses a mind singularly devoid of wasteful thoughts, a mind seemingly unclouded by concepts such as right or wrong, good or evil. Despite this, deep down, I've always thought of him as a brother. All that changed on the fateful day when Doma Castle fell to the Garleans. Someone had betrayed our homeland, sold our secrets to the enemy. Looking upon my friends as their bodies lay broken and bleeding, I saw the figure flee into the hills. It's Karasu. Isn't this the plot to Naruto? Were I younger, more naive, I might have pursued Karasu as he fled in an attempt to reason with him. But it was clear that this man, this demon, was no longer one of us, if indeed he ever had been. Even Master Gekkai did not survive the slaughter. Did Karasu bear him some grudge? Or was it merely a student's ugly pride? For our master's fate was the grisliest of all, his body mangled, his once proud face shattered beyond recognition. Brutal. I once held out hope that if I crossed blades with Karasu in battle, that I might understand something of what made him do those horrible deeds. Yet each encounter only raises more questions. One thing is clear, however. Karasu could have killed us back at Fool Falls had he seen fit, yet he chose not to. It was as if he were testing us, testing you. Needless to say, this does not change our current mission. For his crimes against Doma, Karasu must pay with his life, and yet his thorough knowledge of us and our art has put Tsubame and I at a grave disadvantage. But you, Hold, your thoughts, your movements are still unfamiliar to him. Yes, your presence might just serve to break his focus and afford us an opening. Yet, to accomplish this, you must become stronger still. Promise me that you'll not let up in your training. Okay.